Dharma Circle, hello, happy Wednesday. Coming to you with another special live for all of you healers and those of you who are spiritual guides here in our group, wanting to make more money, to have more clients, to really experience true wealth in your body and in your life and with your business. This topic today is a really important one for those of you who want more wealth and are wondering, what is this in the way? So much of what we talk about is systems and structures and things that need to be implemented on a very material level in order for you to grow your business. But today is actually the inner and the spiritual and the healing work that we must do as healers and guides in order to move forward and energetically on an embodied level have the capacity to hold more clients, to expand and grow, and to really create the wealth that we deserve in all areas of our life. So this hidden wound that I'm about to share with you is the thing that I see every healer have. And whether they're working through it consciously or they've had to work through it, or they don't even know they have it, this wound is something that almost every healer has. And in some ways, our culture and our society actually believes that this wound makes you a good healer. And so there's a very attraction repulsion dynamic with this wound, that if I want to be a good healer, I have to be like this. And yet it's the very thing that is keeping you in resistance from gathering and expanding and growing and even creating more wealth. So today, let's dive into this hidden wound. This is the surprising reason that you don't have more clients, that you haven't created more wealth yet. And I want you to be mindful that if you are a mother, this is a really important topic for you. If you are a caretaker of any kind, this is a wound that you need to pay attention to. And if you are a healer of any kind as well, this is why we're talking about it today. And a reminder that Dharma is your deepest nourishment. So when we are feeling lack, when we're feeling imbalanced, when we're feeling malnourished on any level, we're not actually in alignment with our Dharma. Those qualities are adharmic, that which goes against Dharma. So we want to pay attention to where in our life, in our body, in our business, we're not feeling in alignment. We're feeling maybe stress or pressure or lack, where maybe we're in survival or we're fatigued. Maybe there is a sense of burnout, or just I'm not feeling enthusiastic or inspired. Pay attention. And particularly in your business, we want to pay attention to that. So remember that as a healer or a guide of any kind, your gifts have been handed to you by your ancestors. So your ancestors have given you most of your gifts. From a Vedic perspective, 75% of your gifts and wisdom on an embodied level come from the ancestors. 25% of what you are sharing and expressing and living in your body and sharing in this world comes from your previous incarnations, your soul's previous incarnations. So recognizing that the majority of your gifts and wisdom come from your lineage. And that means that most of what we're working through in this lifetime is in fact epigenetic, and it's also ancestral work. And I want to invite you to consider how that is impacting you, your story, your personal mythology, the way that you share, the way that you even express your gifts and wisdom in this world. And there's a lot of new research that is being shared right now about sensitivity and trauma and the dynamic between sensitivity and trauma. And in fact, that trauma impacts and increases our sensitivity. And I can actually see this in a Jyotish chart. So when I'm looking at a chart, a Jyotish chart, I'm looking at the map of your whole body. And in this body, I can see sensitivity points, and I can see specifically where trauma lives in the body. Now, interestingly, these sensitivity points and these trauma points in your body are actually where your gifts are. So we need the sensitivity to have these incredible gifts and to express our gifts. But I want to invite you to really understand that our sensitivity is in fact linked to trauma, and most likely epigenetic trauma. And again, research is starting to show this. Gabor Mate has a lot of information on this if you're interested. So being a good healer in our culture, in our society, often looks like, paying attention to detail and having clairvoyant gifts, a strong intuition, heightened states of awareness. And in fact, all of these are actually trauma responses. So much of what we consider to be a good healer are actually a result of extreme sensitivity, which comes from a lineage or a legacy of trauma in the body, and how trauma is actually passed through the body, through the ancestral body, and through the lineage. Now, this is something you need to be mindful of, because these challenges that impact our ability to grow, they're also part of this dynamic of having trauma and extreme sensitivity. So, for example, most of the healers that I meet struggle with these very specific challenges, and see if you identify with any of this. Lack of boundaries or poor boundaries. Overgiving at the cost of their own well-being. Guilt or shame for not doing more. I should do more, give more, be more. A sense of responsibility to take care of other people. Feeling as though your whole identity is wrapped up in healing others, giving to others, taking care of others. Hello, mothers, be mindful. Caretakers, be mindful. And healers, be mindful. If your identity is giving and taking care of others, this is going to be extra challenging for you. And to recognize that these qualities, these challenges, are a result of trauma, unhealed trauma, undigested trauma, trauma that has not been transformed yet in you, but also in your lineage. So really be mindful of where these challenges are pointing to epigenetic trauma and trauma that you need to transform, heal, and work through. And a reminder that this overgiving, this lack of boundaries, this identity of caretaker, the guilt and shame for not doing more, giving more, being more, the responsibility for taking care of other people, this is not what being a healer is. Now, many of us have been conditioned to believe this is what being a good mother is, being a good healer, being a good caretaker, being a good teacher or guide. But this is not what being a good healer is. This is actually codependency. This is the hidden wound that you are likely unconsciously walking around with. It's shaping your identity. It's shaping your relationships, shaping your business, and the way that you work with your clients. And the definition of codependency is literally that your identity is wrapped up in fixing other people, and that unconsciously you believe that it is your job to fix other people. That ultimately this wound has been created as a way to keep you safe. You learn that if you fix people, or if you can control your relationships, your environment, that you can somehow keep yourself safe. Now, this is likely a very old wound. It likely developed and strengthened through childhood and through family system dynamics. But I also invite you to consider how this hidden wound of codependency has been passed through your lineage through many generations. And as a result, it's showing up in you with these sensitivity points, this trauma, and these gifts that you have to share that make you an excellent healer and guide, and yet they don't allow you to get your needs met. It doesn't allow you to be nourished. It doesn't allow you to be well fed, taken care of, supported, and in reciprocity with giving and receiving, because there's a control dynamic at play here. And the truth is that you can't heal anyone. And I'm going to say that again. You can't heal anyone. You never could, and you never will. Ever. It is up to the individual body, the individual soul, and the contract they have with their own ancestors and lineage that determines their ability to heal. It is not about you, never has been, and never will be. There's literally nothing you can do to help someone heal. Your job is offering resources, tools, and guidance. The rest is on the client. The rest is on the other person. And when we are in this dynamic of control, it's actually very manipulative and it's unkind. It's one of the reasons why I'm inviting you to really unpack where the codependency lives in your body, how it's impacting you and your relationships, you and your business, you and your clients. Because in fact, this wound is not helping anyone. It's not helping the other person get their need met and trust and grow and develop and heal in a way that is in alignment with their path and their own growth process. And it's not helping you either. The micromanagement, the energetic control dynamic, it's really taking up too much life force energy for you to be able to expand and grow. And this is one of the reasons, and it's the main reason I see healers who come to me, they say, I want more. I'm ready for more wealth. I'm ready for more money. I'm ready for more clients. But this codependency wound is taking up all the space. And the body literally says no. The body says no. I'm maxed out. No more. I cannot be responsible for any more people. I can't be responsible to hold anyone else. I can't be responsible to help someone else heal or to help someone change and transform. It's too much. And so the body says, no, I can't do it. And this set point is keeping you in lack. And if you are a mother or a caretaker of any kind outside of your business and your client work, this is even more of a problem. Because your body will literally say, no, I can't do it. I can't hold any more people, not in this way. It's too much. It's too much responsibility. It's too much pressure. It's too much energy, literally too much life force energy. So having the right systems and strategies in place for your business, yes, vital, non-negotiable. But if this codependency wound is at play and unconsciously doing what it does, which is control, fixing, and feeling responsible for other people, it doesn't matter how many systems and structures you have in place, nothing's going to change because the body says no. The body says no more clients. I don't deserve more money. More money means more work, more responsibility, more holding of people in this grip. And it won't allow you to expand and grow. not with ease, not with pleasure, not with gentleness, not with you getting your needs met, because that's the opposite of what a codependent wound requires. Codependent wound, remember, is very much about control in order to feel safe. And that's not what is going to grow a 6-figure plus business and allow you to increase your value, hold fewer clients, but make more money. And often there's guilt and shame that shows up around that. So if you're a mother, if you're a caretaker of any kind, if your identity is rooted in giving, I'm a giving person, I'm a nice person, I care so much, and I'm responsible for their outcomes, I'm responsible for if they heal or not. Shifting this dynamic is vital. Shifting this dynamic so you feel safe in your body in order to get your needs met, to receive support, to receive more money, which is more value for sharing your gifts and wisdom, and the releasing, the transforming of the identity of I'm responsible for you. It's my job to take care of you. It's my job to make sure you heal. That identity has to shift. So I believe that this codependency wound is really the most important work that every healer must do, whether you're conscious of it or not, because on some level, you have been conditioned. If you are a healer, if you identify as a healer, you have been conditioned on some level to feel responsible for other people, their healing, and their outcomes. And when we're not in right relationship with that, it becomes very harmful and even toxic for ourselves and our clients. And this is why I feel it is so important that we not only talk about this, but we do the work around it. So the good news is that this is the exact way that you can strategically grow your business and change the way that you work with your clients. And as this codependency wound heals and transforms and the identity shifts around this, suddenly, it's so much easier to have an easy, gentle path where I make more money with fewer clients, living, sharing, offering in a way that truly nourishes my own body. Not what I'm told I have to do or what I'm supposed to do or how it should look, but that my body is really dictating what I need, what nourishes me, how to grow the business, the structure of the business, that it's truly a body-centered business. So I want to invite you to ask yourself some questions to identify, where is this codependency wound impacting me? And is it impacting my wealth and my growth? So sit with these questions. You may even want to write them down, or you can go back and re-listen to this class. First of all, who am I if I am not a healer? If I'm not a mother, a wife, or a caretaker? What is my identity outside of these roles? Who am I if I'm not a healer, a mother, a wife, a caretaker? What is my identity outside of these roles? Secondly, what is my relationship to power and purpose? What is my relationship with my own power and my purpose? Is it healthy or is it toxic? Do I believe that I can make more money and still keep my current relationships and my current relationship dynamics? Would my relationships approve of my growth? And would they celebrate me when I have access to more power and wealth? Notice what relationships are on board with that and what relationships in your life are not on board with that. And that includes your children, your partner, even your clients, family members, friends, etc. When we're talking about upgrading your power, your wealth, and your ability to live in an upgraded power, some people are not going to like it. And I see way too many women holding themselves back for fear of losing certain relationships, and they stay in the disempowerment as a result. So be honest with yourself. Who's in favor of your power and your wealth, and who is not? Do I deserve more money without doing more or giving more? I want to say this one again. This is so important. Pay attention. Do I deserve more money without doing more or giving more? Do you really believe that you deserve more money if you're doing less? If you're giving less? This is a vital piece of your upgrade. And the last question has to do with your clients. The clients that you're currently working with. Would these clients pay more for your services? Would they? And if not, pay attention, because this translates as I am giving more than I am receiving. And I'm in a dynamic with clients where my full value is not being honored. The exchange is not equal and balanced. Would your current clients pay more for your services? And if not, pay attention, because that means you're in an imbalanced dynamic with them, where you're likely giving more than you're receiving. And money is an exchange, a value exchange. It's one of the value exchanges for getting your needs met and honoring what you need in exchange for what you give. So pay attention. Now, remember, having the right business structure in place is essential. Having a proper 6-figure business model in place is essential. And in order to grow and scale, the restructuring needs to look like fewer clients at a higher value so you can take care of your body more easily. And if you're in a codependent dynamic, if there's a codependent wound unconsciously keeping you in lack and resistance, this 6-figure business structure won't feel possible. It won't feel safe. It won't feel acceptable. There'll be shame, there'll be guilt, and it'll likely show up as I'm not clear. And whenever I hear I'm not clear, I know that we're in a battle or a conflict with our own power. And that's really what the codependency wound is all about. It's about your power, how you use your power, who you share your power with, and in what ways. And if you're really wanting more money and you want to live well and thrive and have your body feel balanced, harmonious, nourished, to live well, this is true wealth. This shift around codependency and power is a non-negotiable. There's no way to scale and grow 6-figure business, 7-figure business, and beyond without these same principles. You cannot do it. It is a requirement in order to scale and grow, and to not have this guilt and shame holding you back. You are not meant to overgive. You were never meant to overgive. You've been conditioned to overgive, overdo, overlove, and this is costing you. It's costing you in imbalance in your relationships and imbalance with your clients and your business. So be mindful of this. Your unconscious codependency wound, it's keeping you from restructuring. It's keeping you in an old business model, a one-to-one business model that is not nourishing you. It's not allowing you to scale. It's not allowing you to make more money. So if you want to scale and grow, you need to transform this hidden block. Create a radically different business structure, one that allows you to scale to 6 figures and beyond. And a structure that is about you, your body, what your body needs. Not about the other, but about you. And shifting this identity around being a caretaker, a giver, even a healer. That if your whole identity is wrapped up in give, 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 who are you? Who are you really at your core? And this is about deepening your self-trust, deepening your self-love, and strengthening your power. So if you're ready for a 6-figure business and you're ready to transform this wound so that you are free to expand and grow your wealth and your own nourishment, if you're ready to clarify your true purpose, your true dharmic purpose, and transform these wounds that are blocking you from success, spiritually and materially, if you're ready to amplify your success through Dharma, then I invite you to comment below with Dharma. Comment Dharma below. I'll follow up with you personally, and we will figure out what you need in order to move forward. And if my Dharma mentorship resources are the right thing for you in order to transform, grow, and increase your wealth, your true wealth on all levels of life, in your body and your business. Comment Dharma below, and I will look forward to following up with you. We'll discuss Dharma mentorship steps, see what you need for your body and business to really thrive this year and for you to reach your 6+ figure business goals and to create more wealth in your life. All right, everyone, enjoy the wealth resources this week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.